Episode Z.
Episode something.
Pandora's podcast.
Episode Z.
Boxcast?
Boxcast.
Boxcast.
Pandora's
It's older than
Boxcast.
Is that Boxcast?
Shame on you.
Shut the fuck up.
Episode Q.
Wearing all black.
Episode. Episode Q.
Episode. Alright, so today we have me, Toph, one of the Great Kings.
Alexis, original Game King and editor.
Me.
Eastland.
Okay.
Eastland Buckhalter.
Burkhalter.
King Julian.
Captain Forehead. Alfonso Frazier.
And
Also
direct-
known as
And-
Chicago BC.
And I'm Marcus, and I'm a Gink Turg, which is Great King.
Captain Forehead.
Yeah!
How long did you plan that out?
It only took me a couple
So when did you realize that you were an ugly ass little boy?
Around the time his mother abandoned him.
I'm gonna restrain myself so I don't have to whoop your ass.
How did you look? Try me.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Best way to start. Best way.
Today, we're discussing something that has divided us greatly.
Horde.
Yes.
It has?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is on top side so I can punch him in the face?
What do you mean? Wait, what are you talking about?
I don't want the death battle.
I'm talking about Ragnar
Yeah.
versus Soul. Copyright.
No.
No, fuck Ragnar versus Soul.
Hands
That was
raised
horrible.
if you believe Toph is the rightful victor of the death battle by screw attacks beans.
Hey, sit your ass down! Murder!
Weren't you on Toph's side at first?
At
At first. At first.
Here, let me.
At first.
I was on Toph's side at first,
Right.
but here, let me at least explain. I
For
believe.
those of you who don't know what we're talking about, popular gaming world down on something channel.
Screw Attack.
Famous or well known for their death battles in which they pit two fictional characters against each other.
Oh, I see.
Have recently done
Okay.
a video with Gaara versus Toph.
Of Naruto and Avatar: The Last Airbender, respectively. And in the same upset that has been with like the last three great anime characters, have lost. Gaara has lost, unrightfully so, because they're freaking idiots and they don't know how to do stuff right.
Okay, now I
I'm an idiot.
am
stupid.
Don't.
Security, please clear the halls. Security, please clear the halls.
See, I told you they're coming.
Close your doors.
You got their weapons ready,
Wait,
right?
what did he say?
Clear the
You
halls.
said clear the halls, but
Make sure
Oh,
you have the
okay,
weapons
so-
ready.
He said clean the
so-
pipes.
so as our conversations continued, I started believing less and less that Toph should have been the right
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Victor.
Jesus Christ.
Why?
But-
Why though? Who are you talking to
Elaborate,
change their mind?
good sir.
But after because I did kind of, when I first saw it, I kind of was a little about it. I was like, well, Toph won, sure, why not? But as, we kept sparking up conversations, more of those questions that I was thinking about started.
No, you weren't thinking about them. I asked you those questions. You could not respond.
I was thinking about them.
Yeah, you were better weren't thinking about them.
But
Tara. see, Ash is beautiful.
These are my assholes. Fucking Illinois.
For those of you who really don't give a damn, but you're gonna win anyway, they misspelled his name on a roster for a regional bracket.
This is why I'm leaving Illinois.
Who cares?
Because of fucking Rom and fucking Bronner.
Okay, well,
Stop being autistic.
okay, you're the one to talk. Episode 1. Oh yeah, the first time you were in that
Hey.
chair.
Mr. Restraining himself,
autistic.
like.
And they're not as bad as Marcus.
Yeah, they really not. My mom's a friend. Her son's autistic. He's like smarter than Marcus.
Exactly.
100 times.
Did he get a 22 on his ACT for the first time?
You got a 26.
I know, but I'm saying, did he get did he get did he get English? Did he get a higher score even though he was sleeping and not rested? Does that strike a nerve with you? That you were perfectly fine and had a coffee or tea or whatever and still got a lower score?
I had a coffee and tea. I had my legs up like this. and I was taking a
Yo,
test.
ashy ankles. What is that?
Oh, goddamn, boy.
What is
I
that?
got you, boy. I got you. Hold on.
What is that? It looks like you wearing extra long socks.
Oh, shit.
How your parents hate you that much? You can't afford a lotion.
By the way, I just got out of the pool, so
That's not an excuse.
That's no excuse.
Oh god, it looked like I came with my pants.
Oh, I gotta get that. Okay. Enough scrutinizing the really. Actually, Nivea's
Nivea, like
Nivea.
If
Nivea, whatever you call yourself.
Nivea for men.
If you ever need a good beat off lotion.
Isn't that your
Okay, that's
Oh,
not advertising that anymore.
that's not the way we want to advertise it.
You ever whip out your willy and just wank it and then fall asleep after doing it?
No. Back to death battle.
Back to the Death Battle. My piece on it, as someone who hasn't seen it but had an
come
opinion on who would probably win in a logical explanation.
Yeah, someone who hasn't seen it or heard
I mean,
it.
someone hasn't seen it yet.
Okay.
What are his thoughts? I feel like Gaara should have won because there are many ways that Gaara can overcome many of Toph's weaknesses as an Earthbender. She is fan-flippin-tastic. I cannot doubt that. World's greatest Earthbender, by far. But one thing that actually became apparent when we first saw her was that she couldn't see anyone who wasn't on Earth. Like,
She
for
could sense
example,
presence.
Yeah, she can't see people in space, man.
I'm going to
Yeah, like,
kick.
how do they get that where she can
It makes sense though, because in order to control the Earth, you have to be able to shoot. One, her seismic thing makes her feel everyone that's on the Earth, right? And but Earthbenders in general, they can just lift up rocks. Like
Yeah, that's true.
if you blindfolded them, the dude could probably sense like, oh, let me see if I can just like lift rocks around me. And he could probably sense where a rock is.
Yeah.
So maybe she's not the only one that can like sense rocks. I mean, there hasn't been a blind bender, has there?
Yes.
Well, aside from Toph, that doesn't use seismic stuff. Like a waterbender who was blind could probably still sense that there was water nearby.
Yeah.
Or if they tried, they would realize it was there. And
That's where she comes into.
Yeah.
She-
So Toph could probably do the same thing. It makes sense that she'd be able to sense the element that she has, like magical manipulation over.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, magical.
does it not?
Terrazzo,
She
No.
can make it float and
Terrazzo.
bend it like she did with the space matter after Sokka made a sword. So it would make sense that she knew what she knew what she was making the shapes into,
you know
even
what,
though
they
it
should
was
have brought that
levitating.
back. I miss Space Sword.
He probably did get it back somehow.
No.
They never
wasn't
could-
an
they never
Could he make
confirmed
another
it.
one? Oh no, he couldn't. Cause
No, you need more meteor. But also like
Wait, but
you
Yeah,
knew
meteors
where you
never
were.
happened.
You knew where you were. You could have just gone looking for it. You could have asked Toph to go
Well,
back to the
then
desert and just be like,
Well, then again, remember, he dropped it, then Aang flooded the entire place.
it's pretty heavy. It wouldn't have moved that far because he split up then down.
Well, I mean, it can't be too heavy.
It's a dense meteor sword that cut through an entire steel
Wait.
platform like it was butter. I'm pretty sure
Wait.
it's dense enough to not float.
didn't Toph have a whole bunch of that they revealed in Legend of Korra
Have a whole lot of what?
of that meteor stuff because she used to
Eventually, they gathered all of it. Yeah, I guess they could have made another one because that's what
Oh, wait, and then remember, Toph actually had some.
she kept. Well, that was just the earth.
Yeah,
the,
but I
the
mean-
metal from it.
Technically, she could have forged it into at least a knife.
Well, but that was the earth part
Toph
of the rock.
doesn't use knives.
That was the earth part of the rock.
She could have
The
given
steel was
Sokka
just
his
the
present
sword.
saying,
But
hey,
it
Sokka, I want to
wasn't,
bang.
it wasn't like just all the collected meteorites
Scissoring
in
people
that
with her
the steel
vagina is
city.
enough.
Yeah.
So that's what Kuvira
I
used
forget
for that
she's
giant
12,
cannibal.
but not anymore.
Right.
So okay, so yeah,
No,
so they could have made
technically
more
she's not
swords from that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing she
Technically
probably
can.
did anyway, considering
Well,
what kind of a
Sokka
crush she
tough.
had on him. Alright, back to the death battle. You went
job.
biased, I think
I
Gaara
was
will
saying-
win. You were tough at first, but then like slowly realized.
Like, you were Toph, but then you went towards the Gaara side. Join the Gaara side.
Now what I'm more.
Are you playing games? No.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
you are.
He's
Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this?
Why aren't you using Jessica Drew?
Because that's not who was there. I just used whoever the fuck was
Oh,
like
no,
first.
that's who he's
You
using.
playing
He's
Kim
using Spider
Possible,
Girl.
faggot?
I'm playing Spider-Man, dumbass.
Marcus, since you were a Toph,
Because what?
you were a Toph compatriot. You were a fan of her. And you believed
compatriot. I'm not a fucking.
you
friend.
were you believed her to be the
Damn it.
rightful victor.
You thought that she was gonna kick Gaara's
You thought
ass
she
and-
should have. You thought she
Yeah,
should have
did.
won.
Yeah,
She did.
I did think she should have won because Gaara was fucking stupid enough to
First
give
of all,
her.
Gaara's not stupid. So I don't know where you get that
Gaara
sense.
was stupid enough to give her the ground the leeway to kick his ass because he made the entire environment sand, which means he gave her all the earth she could possibly need to fucking see him or whatever.
Well,
And
okay,
you
so
can't-
I mean, but think about this.
Wait, they were
That's what
already-
Gaara has to
Okay,
use.
Marcus.
They were already in
first
the
of
rocky
all,
plane anyway.
Marcus, I'm with you, but you're making me look bad.
Exactly, because I'm saying the truth.
By
No,
saying the dumbest stuff.
Okay,
How?
you act like she needs sand to see. They were already on a rocky plane. They weren't.
There's sand in the
Okay.
fucking.
Listen.
First of all, I feel like let's not look at the battle itself because they create the battle.
But I say,
Let's
let's look
look-
at it from how we do it.
Let's
Facts.
look at the stats, the facts, the things that make Death
The
Battle.
thing
the
is,
thing.
they
Wait,
were
let me
going-
finish. The things that make Death Battle different from their new show, One Minute
Melee.
Let's look at that. Now, first, let's look at the version of Toph.
you have on Mickey Mouse boots.
First,
Listen here.
This
Listen
shit
here.
shiny as
You're trying to
hell.
take some direction because you know you're gonna end up being wrong anyway.
Now, first,
It's all patented leather, you dumbass.
Now let's first look at the version of Toph that they used, which is in my personal opinion, is the biggest problem with this death battle because they used a version of Toph that simply just doesn't exist.
Then again,
But again, what?
they do that all the time, don't they?
No, they don't.
They don't.
They take like end of series people, which we've seen. That's how they left off,
Well-
and that's what they had. Like
Or-
they used the Harry Potter that had finished his 7 years, but it was
Yeah.
after the War of Voldemort, so he didn't have that whole curse of being immortal.
Or
They were using the information that they had. They didn't.
But it wasn't. Didn't apply. Did Toph ever, as a 12-year-old, have the ability for the seismic sense to
Maybe
reach
she
all the way around the
wasn't.
planet?
Maybe she wasn't
She's
12
not.
then. Maybe they were going
No.
in between.
but
But
here's
that's the
what-
thing. We don't know that
yeah,
character. We've seen a flashback of Chief Bei Fong,
Yeah.
but they used the 12-year-old version. But they gave her the abilities. They gave her the metal cords, which she has never once used as a kid.
Yeah, you
Which
get,
we don't
yeah.
know when she developed. She could have made those up when she was like 30.
right.
Now,
But I say the time skip from
shit.
no, remember
Here's
the
the
time skip
problem.
from Legend of Avatar to Korra is 70 years, man.
That was 80.
yeah,
80,
she
about
was
80 some
88.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80
She was-
years.
Now,
How was she 88 if she was 12?
that's what they.
She's
said
90
that-
something.
That's what they said.
She's
that-
old.
that-
She's
alive.
Graham.
That's what they.
She's grand age.
That's what they said.
And she's
in the,
still kicking ass.
Avatar. But here's the thing: the biggest problem with I think their theory was trying to use a Toph that, for as far as we know, well, that's the problem that we don't know. We don't know Toph's abilities,
Right.
her strength, her stamina. We don't know any of her stats in her prime.
We don't
Well, I
know
mean-
Gaara's stats like that either.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we do.
We've
No,
seen-
you don't.
Yes,
It
we
was at
do.
the end of
You
the
don't have
war,
a scientific-
damn it!
What scientific thing do you have?
Like they
guy who
did
can
it, like
create
they
a
did,
sand
like they did,
waterfall?
like they did in the Superman versus
What the amount of
versus
like
Goku.
he can fly at the speed of light. He weighs
Actually,
245
with
pounds.
that, Marcus, we kind of can figure out those stats
Yeah.
from the
But
different.
they didn't do it though.
That's
Well,
my.
because-
That's my
because
problem.
if they did it,
Because
we
it
can
wasn't
tell.
conclusive.
We can tell how much pressure he can use with his sand coffin because we know how much pressure it costs to crush a human body into pulp. So we can just easily compute that in our head, and he can probably crush more than one human, probably a bunch of them. So it's probably pretty strong. We can use
But
science.
then
to power
again,
it.
we don't know how strong that steel is though.
But then
How
again-
strong is the steel?
How
Is she
strong
only
is
used
steel?
the cord?
Yeah.
They showed her
Yeah,
using
we do
the
know how
cord to
strong
wrap
steel is because
herself
we
up.
have steel.
We don't
Marcus.
know how strong her steel is.
That's
How
what
can
I'm
you
saying.
say somebody else's
Now-
steel?
what's the strongest skill she could have used?
Okay.
And
Really?
another
Everybody-
thing, she could have manipulated the sand as she was being crushed.
Right. How
But here's
fast
the
is she
thing, though.
manipulated as the amount of pressure? He goes from a ball,
Now,
like 40 feet in diameter, to a ball 15 feet in diameter.
Now you
How
see-
fast? In a sec, less than half a
In a
second.
millisecond.
now you see.
I would say millisecond. Well,
This-
0.10, is that
0.10 milliseconds.
Okay.
Whatever.
This is my problem with this death battle. They left so many questions in the air like that, and
They called out stats and facts and then didn't use them,
like
especially for Gaara.
I mean,
True.
sure, I like Toph. Toph is probably, I
One
mean,
of my favorite characters of all
yeah,
time. What you mean?
all of us here we love Toph, and
Except for the guy that's on his phone. That's
I love Zuko. I'm sorry.
True.
Like I hated him, but
I
like
hate him. He was,
no, at first he was a bad guy. I'm like fucking Zuko. But like once he turned good, I was like,
even
yes.
as a bad guy, I felt bad for him. Like he wanted to be with his dad, and all of a sudden he was like,
Actually, even still,
he wanted to be a dad and a
good.
righteous ruler, and his dad was like, no, I'm gonna burn your face and send you to go to hell, essentially with your uncle. That's what happened. I
Yeah.
wanted to be a good leader, so my dad burned
Yeah,
my
but he was
face.
addicted to the Avatar, so.
Well, that's because he was addicted to his father's love. He just wanted to be loved by daddy.
Addicted to him.
Well, so
He's one of
as
the
I'm
one
saying, we're all Toph fans, except for whose favorite character is Zuko.
My
Zuko!
favorite character is Zuko.
Burn him
I
with
do.
fire.
Oh.
Yeah, we all love Toph, and I'm pretty sure we all love Gaara. Gaara's one of my favorite characters.
Awesome. What's his voice actor's name?
Liam O'Brien. He also voiced Inigo from Fire Emblem Awakening. My favorite.
He voiced
Fire
somebody
Emblem
else. I
character.
forgot who he voiced, but I could tell because
voices
it was
a
his
lot.
voice. And I think we're talking about it. I'm like, whose voice is that? Whose voice is that? Shit, that's Gaara's voice. I can't remember who it was. I think it was somebody from I think it was from Legend of Korra.
The Burger King from the Burger King commercials.
I don't know who it was, but it sounded
But
just like Gaara.
yeah,
I'm so
the only I completely forgot where.
Okay, we're talking about
We've
like
digressed.
the way
Oh yeah, but
Gaara versus the sand.
I don't think that the way that they did this was right. I don't know. Like, sure, I feel like there's stuff that they could have did with Gaara.
His intelligence, for one, was not put into it all.
Yeah. But he's a fucking tactician.
I mean,
right there.
He's a Kage.
Yeah, he's
but-
He's found a way to
Kage.
combat the Raikage and the Tsuchikage
And
and
Sasuke.
Madara when he was alive and absorbed the Biju. Like, let me
looking
stop
at
you by
you.
putting sand in your entire being. Like, okay, he came up with that up on the spot. Oh, he's covered in the ultimate Susanoo armor. Guess what? He's not the complete version. He's not floating. He's cutting to the ground, sand underneath, pull him right out.
God damn it.
This guy's a genius. So when Toph broke through his ultimate shield, which he would not really use unless he was going to turn into to
I was
Chicago,
gonna
which
say
he would
Suraj.
like, not do at all. 'cause it wasn't Shut your faces.
Alright.
Like,
He's
when he used his ultimate shield,
in Cherokee.
whenever she got close, he would attack. And when she did get close again, he didn't attack again. He didn't use his. They didn't show his third eye, which went, oh, she's getting near my thing. She's grabbing it. Let's get more sand from the ground to attack her, and my sand to attack her. Both sides. And then when she broke through it, even if she could have, which she maybe could have if she bended it and then like bended it in two ways. I don't know. She could have broke through it maybe. And even if she did do that, he probably would have realized never to put his face sand armor again.
And then again,
Which led to his death, which was bull.
We still don't have the chi versus chakra strength.
Yeah,
See
like
what the
people say, like
comparison-
she could control his sand, but the fact that he's pouring chakra into that sand, you don't know if
He can control his chakra, right?
yeah, he's controlling it with his chakra, and she's controlling it with I guess chi.
And it's one thing
That's the whole
she
thing.
could never do. She could never control the sand in his gourd, right? Because that's
Because the amount of chakra, I guess.
yeah,
But
like this the fact that it's literally it instinctively protects him no matter what.
Isn't the
Right,
gourd
alright, true.
itself made of earth?
he
or
can turn it into sand. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now, here's the thing. Can't the same thing be said about her?
Well, she's
Rocks.
she's just controlling it and like throwing it. So it's not we don't like it's instant. Versus like he can have that sand and use that sand the entire battle. So it's constantly covered in it. If she throws a rock, it's just a rock now, being
Yeah.
thrown through the air, unless she keeps it going or like changes it midair. So
Okay,
like we don't know
okay.
So the
exactly how
big-
much power has
So the
each
big
over which.
problem
I mean,
here
there's-
is chi versus chakra. The whole way through. The
Well,
theme of the problem
well,
is
that-
chi versus chakra.
That's not the only problem.
That's the
here.
big
That's a big
That-
big
it's a big
big.
problem, but
It's
still.
just one of the big problems.
Yeah. Here's how I see it. Chakra gives Gaara more control,
over his stamina during sex.
but Chi gives Toph more stamina.
During
Does
sex
it?
as well.
It does. Because think about this. With most Naruto characters, when they run out of chakra, they're done.
Game
Right.
over, man. Game over.
They're it's over. Pretty much. Not to say now Gaara has a lot of chakra, so I doubt the Toph that they depicted could actually the Toph that they depicted could probably take on Goku if she wanted to. But
Fuck
Not
that.
even close.
Fuck that.
I'm gonna make a gigantic earth wall. Key blast. Goodbye. The last 2 miles you were.
no.
but what I'm saying is
Super Saiyan 2. He literally goes, "You Kaioken Kamehameha. The planet is gone.
what I'm
what
saying
if you gonna bet
what
me
I'm
for
saying
Earth?"
is is once Gaara would run out of chakra, he would be done.
Bless you.
But with Toph, she essentially can't run out of chi. You
Well-
can only block her chi.
We don't necessarily know that. We've
I'm-
never
I'm-
really in almost all forms of Avatar. We've never really seen someone bend until they couldn't bend.
Right.
All fights were short-lived until one side either retreated or just stopped, or one was defeated. We've never really seen someone battle for but we never really seen someone battle for so long that they ran out. We've seen them like maybe if they get beat up, then they get fatigued, then they can no longer bend.
Yeah.
When Korra, when she was beat up, when she was getting beat up and sleepy, her bending was way more sluggish. So maybe your physical being has to do with how much bending you can do at the time.
That's what I'm saying. So
Cut here and turn. We'll return soon.
Really? I